Been a while since we've seen any new faces round here.
There's nothing to do with
Good evening, Miss
Hello again.
Have you got any...
As long as he keeps on help.
Can I see...
As long as you have money. Foolish girl and her pre-principles. She's got no idea who she's dealing with. Dog's fault, they say. Then the gangs, the epidemics, everyone's throwing the blame.
Good evening, Miss...
Hello again.
Can I see you?
As long as you have...
Good evening.
Hello again.
Can I offer...
Giving out for...
Perhaps I would.
Thank you.
Good...
The dog's fault, they say. Then the gangs, the epidemics, everyone's...
Welcome back, Doctor. What can I...
Have you got any recent news?
It's still there.
Do you need...
I'm all right.
Goodbye.
I think you cannot see me now, Mum.
Good evening, Miss...
What?
Perhaps I should shut the turquoise for a time.
Is it true Sean Hampton saved your life?
Yep. The sad saint grabbed my soggy ass and brought me back to the pier after I fell into the canal. I was a wreck back then.
And yet you're still drowning in cheap liquor.
Sean Hampton really acted like a saint that day. But I suppose I'm just another lost soul who doesn't deserve to be saved.
Do you have...
I still sleep over there.
I should have offered a drink
Are they
to the
stupid
boy.
or something?
Be he cursed or not, he's just another lost orphan.
You still working at this hour? That's what I call dedication.
There's gotta be something can be done to get out.
Were you aware of Tom's past incarceration?
That's the first thing he told me when he offered me the job. He didn't want me hearing about his past from anyone else.
Did it surprise you to find out about it?
Not really. I was already aware of his reputation before I met him. That's why I came to the Turtle in the first place.
Most people would have run away because of that.
Not me. I thought a man like him could give me stability, you know? At least to some degree. And I wasn't mistaken.
Tell me, Sabrina, do you really believe Tom has renounced his life of crime?
He proves it to me every day he tells the truth. Tom Watts is a good man. One of the best.
And you don't think he might fall back into his sordid ways?
We can all do terrible things, Dr. Reed. And we never know what we're really capable of until it's too late.
Have you heard?
I was told
Do you?
I'm fine.
Goodbye.
Give me a laugh.
Good evening, Mr. Woodbeat.
Good evening to you, my young doctor.
Do you have any recent news on Sean Hampton's shelter?
The man is still here. He's trying to help others despite the terrible things he endured. I'm impressed.
Do you need my...
Unfortunate.
Nobody is immune to disease. There's no need to be ashamed of that.
Well, thank you, Doctor. Now maybe I'll live another day or two.
Goodbye. Evening, Rufus.
Evening, Mr. Reed.
Heard anything about Sean Hampton's shelter lately?
Well, I heard that Mr. Hampton has been very sick, but now he's better.
Do you need help?
No, thanks. I'm...
Feeling in my bones. A hatred. A wave of bitter death to drown and purge our city.
Good evening, Mrs. Fishburne. May I come in, please?
Of course. Dr. Reed. I'm not sure the epidemic is what worries people most these days.
It's locked, all right. It's locked, all right.
What can I...
Do you have any...
I just heard the sad...
Mrs. Fish...
I am afraid I am...
Then let me give you a prescription.
I thank you.
Goodbye.
I can't remember the last time I had a good sleep.
Good evening, Mr. Fishburne.
Yeah.
Have you heard anything recently about Sean Hampton's shelter?
I don't give a rat's arse about Sean Hampton, his shelter, or any of the losers who sleep there.
Do you recall...
I'm fine,
Good...
You
It's locked.
You again? What do you want?
Do you have recent...
The place is all right.
Do you need medical help?
No, thank...
Well...
Glad to see you again, Mr. Reed.
Do you have... Goodbye, Miss...
Glad to see.
Do you need...
I can keep...
Of course you can.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Welcome back to my humble shelter.
No, Sean. I just came by to see how you are.
I feel all right. Why'd you ask?
Are you still feeding on corpses?
No. It's almost as though the blood you forced me to drink has provided me eternal satisfaction.
How is the sanitary situation in this part of town?
I think it's acceptable. Fewer cases of sickness recently. I thank the Lord for his mercy.
How are things in your shelter? Between the mortals and the immortals, I mean.
Even if we're all children of God, I've always maintained a strict frontier between the two communities.
What do you fear?
A few years ago, a Scal decided to pay a nocturnal visit to my sleeping customers. He got caught licking their necks in the dark. Since then, I have added a lock to the door.
What if food became scarce? Wouldn't the immortals in your flock be tempted to feed on the living? Wouldn't you?
The Scals can feed on the dead, Doctor. And until Judgment Day, mortals will continue dying.
I know I promised you would make everything right, Mum.
How did you meet old Bridget?
When younger, I used to patrol the streets at night, searching for lost souls. This is how I met her. It took me 2 months just to get her name. Now we support each other.
Had you already visited their hideout in the sewers?
Just once, and very briefly. Most of them are very discreet, and they see me as an outsider, even if I protect them.
You really are a saint, Sean.
Oh, no, sir, I'm not. But I know evil, and I believe goodwill and tenacity can make this world a better place.
Have you seen Harriet Jones since taking her to Old Bridget?
No, she is with the sewer Scals now. I don't go downstairs.
What happened at the Pembroke?
I guess we recognized each other. As Scals, I mean. She had but one thought. To punish. To get revenge upon everything and everyone. I realized I had to bring her here quickly.
But why did she fake her own death? There was so much blood in her room. She attacked patients, too.
I just lost her for a minute that night. When I found her, she had caused mayhem across the hospital. I slapped some sense into her, and we fled before getting caught.
What happened then?
We ran here through narrow streets and backyards. She kept saying that someone was talking to her in the dark, offering to avenge her. But I saw nobody.
Would you let me listen to your chest, Sean?
No, Dr. Reed. You already forced me to drink your blood, and I thank you for that, for I feel better now. But it was quite an unpleasant experience.
It would help me greatly if you would allow me to give you a physical examination.
I said no. I'm no subject of medical examination, and I intend only to obey and to kneel before God.
Farewell, Sean. Take good care of your flock, and of yourself.
This Seymour worries me. Perhaps Sean knows something about him.
It's locked, all right.